my goody gummy drops. It's the D-pad, and I'm Rick. And I'm Ben! And this is Kirby's 3D.
What the fuck is going on with the volume?
No, I just switched it. I just dropped it for a sec because it was very loud otherwise. So yeah, this is gonna be a little bit weird. This is post commentary because we lost our audio.
I see what you're doing here.
Yeah,
okay.
I lost our audio. The laptop wasn't plugged in, so it died, and we didn't notice. So.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah.
It wasn't plugged in?
Yep, wasn't plugged in, so we lost this episode's audio. It's just this episode, but
yeah. Rick, fucking do something.
Yeah,
Stop standing in the corner. There you go.
I was observing how cute the little peely trees are.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Also, this track is kind of cool. It reminds me of there's a stage in I think Butter Building where you climb a little tree that looks just like this, and then you have a Mr. Frosty battle above, and the music from Kirby's Adventure plus that little tree opening reminded me of that. But yeah, this is Kirby Triple Deluxe, the 3DS Kirby game. I think I'm just kind of... It's weird, because, like, part of me wants to literally just recap my own thoughts during that,
No,
which
don't
is strange.
do that. That's dumb.
But...
Oh, thanks, buddy.
My liege! Look at him just waving in the background.
Yeah,
he looks
cute.
like a hype man. He's doing the little, like, come on! Pump it up! Horrorhead! Look at this guy. I think... So... The beetle power is new in this game. Oh, yeah, that's right. So we were...
But it's very similar to other old powers.
It's very similar to Suplex and... Oh, God, I can never remember the name of it. There's another one from Kirby's Adventure.
There's a beetle one.
Backdrop.
Suplex is the beetle one, isn't
Suplex, yeah, I guess that's true. Suplex
Get it off
is
a
Bugsy,
beetle.
who is a...
Yeah.
Is he a Hercules beetle, I think?
That's what this is.
This one's a Japanese rhino beetle, which is slightly different.
It's the same thing.
It
Does look like a rhino, doesn't it?
does have that little, like... It's interesting, because, like, it's half rhino horn, and half of it's, like, pompadour, almost, like, which is a very, like, the very Japanese, like...
The rockabilly
Yeah.
hairstyle thing.
Like, we kept that for, like, a decade or so, and then only the, like, super, like, fanatics kept it for, like, 20 years, and then it's just disappeared from here.
Yeah.
In Japan, it just stuck around.
Yeah, there's still people rocking it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, they make it work. It's just, like, surprising. I don't know. I love the little hovery thing that you can do here. That's such a cool, like...
I guess once you find a look that you like, just
stick with it. Why not?
you stick with it and you pass it on to your children and their children's children.
Hereditary pompadours.
Adopt the pomp and...
You're just, like, sitting there slicking back your hair and, like, what are you doing? It's like, I'm sorry, I've got pompadism.
Adopt the pomped.
Ah.
Yeah, so...
Nice. The music in this game is so goddamn good.
And then the kid's like, Dad, why do I
Oh,
have
God,
to
that's right. You
grease my hair?
You literally impale your enemies with the beetle horn, which is horrifying.
Yeah.
Because we're just like, oh, it doesn't look like impale. And then that shot right there is like, oh,
literally
yeah, we're totally
goes right through. He's like, yep, that goes through his entire body.
Yup. In one end, out the other. The layering is so fucking cool, too. I forget what episode we talked about it in. We may have talked about it in the previous episode, but the, like, bouncing between layers reminded me of Virtual Boy Wario Land, which does a similar thing. You, like, I don't think any stages had more than 2 layers. Yeah, I think it was always 2 layers in the Wario Land one, but
I want to play a game where the level is a square.
the level is a square.
Yeah, so like for however long the level is horizontally,
yeah,
it is also that long depthually.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Like that many
that
layers
kind of a square.
deep.
I thought you were saying like vertically. I'm like, there's a lot of games that do that, Ben.
Yeah. No, like the different layers, but like all the way into the background.
I mean, I think actually there's a Kirby game that does that. Not like layers, but it's like a 3D run around space, and it's like a big square.
No, I want it in layers, or like a checkerboard.
Yeah, I think it's on a checkerboard, yeah.
And then you get to like have multiple characters you can play as.
That might be part of that game also, I'm not sure.
And each of those characters have like different stats.
Okay, yep.
And each of
so
them...
like one of them might be, for example, interested in the sciences, like maybe biology or physics, or
yeah, I mean,
maybe even chemistry, who knows?
Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, that kind of stuff can get hashed out, like yeah, like, you know, like some characters better at like fighting and some are better at like ranged stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Maybe some of them even know magic.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, magic is not real, of course, but this is a game.
Unless you're in the game, and then it's very real.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, in the game you can do whatever.
Exactly.
And then like each, you move each character one at a time, and their stats influence when they get to move and attack.
Yum.
Yeah. And then the whole story would be this like epic, grim, dark, medieval fantasy setting. Where there's like an evil church that collects stones and transform into monsters. Oh,
God damn it. You know what, Ben? You know what? I hate to do this to you. That game does exist, I think. I think it does.
That's what I want.
I don't know if you've heard of it. It does exist. Have you ever played a game called chess?
Well, fucking goddamn, yeah. I mean, yeah, all right, okay, you got me there. I guess not with it, like each piece doesn't have its own like speed value, but like
kind of. They kind of do. Like pawns would be one. I mean, there's not many options.
Replaces a speed score.
That's the thing, right? Like pawns have 1, knights sort of have 3. Basically everything else has 8. Or I guess 7. Like you can't move 8 spaces, you can only move 7. Or I guess the king's only got 1 too.
Yeah, king is very slow. But it's not like, okay, it's the pawn's turn now. Like you make that decision, not the piece. But
I need to try. I don't know if it's a video game or literally just a variant on chess, but there is battle chess. And I've always been curious about it, but I don't know much. The reason I'm going back and forth on this,
a board game or a video game?
I don't remember. That's the thing.
Because I have heard of battle chess.
The reason, by the way, that I'm running back and forth on this screen is
trying to get to the background.
I'm actively trying to figure out how to get into the background, and I think I do ultimately give up and go. There must be like another way into this room or something. But yeah, no, battle chess. I'm actually gonna look it up because now I'm like, wait, shit, is it a board game? Is it I
think it's a video
rules
game.
variant?
I think it's a video game.
Battle chess is a computer game.
Yeah.
There we go. Version of chess in which chess pieces come to life and battle one another when capturing. It's from Interplay. There was actually an NES version.
Oh yeah, this is the. I kind of miss out on this because we don't have the 3D feature really at all, but it would look a lot better if there was 3D to see.
Yeah, I thought that was like a really cool. That's a cute way of kind of doing stuff there. It's like, oh, if you got the stereoscopic 3D going, you can kind of tell on depth wise. But innovative, but there is literally no way for us to like actually pull that off with the way not just with the way we record it, where we only get one eye. We don't get both the left and the right eyes, but also we can't like to YouTube upload. Like we can make a 3D video, but it's going to be that like it's either going to be like cross your eyes to see the video or like red and blue tinted lenses and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It'll be nice. There is VR mode on YouTube, which is like better, but I don't know if I don't think VR mode would be able to like figure out the 3D layers.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah, I think VR is different.
The thing that kind of gets me is like your 3D thing could like stop working at some point on your actual DS, right? Like,
I think it's built. I think it's part hardware and part software. I think. Like there is like the hardware portion. I guess it's mostly software. Well, no, hardware because it's there. The physical switch actually does move part of what's going on in the inside of the thing, but also I guess the 3DS does eye tracking to detect how far away you are and like subtly shifts.
Does it?
That's what I've heard anyway. I don't know how true it is, but
I don't think that's right.
Pretty sure it is. I don't know.
Because you can like just shift the screen around and it fucks it up. Like you got to put.
Well, yeah, if you move it a lot, then it does. I think the idea is that it's kind of doing very minuscule little tweaks to try to keep it so you don't have to be literally exact with it. You know.
All right. I don't know.
I don't know that for sure though.
Damn, you get all those fucking sunstones. It's bright as fuck in here.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good with those. I'm sure they're going to get harder as we go, but
it's super frustrating.
Yup. Ooh, my neck. I'm trying to remember if there was I'm pretty sure there is a reward for getting all of them.
Well, we found out that
you need at least some of them in order to get to the boss.
You need some to get to the boss, and like all of them to unlock the extra stages in each world. Or
right. Oh my god! I didn't even notice we're breaking trees and shit. Wispy's gonna be pissed. I don't know if I love or hate the big hairy Waddle Dee.
I mean, it kind of is like, hey, did you know that Waddle Dees are apes?
Yeah, they've been apes all along. Bell
like
Kirby.
A primate, right?
He does kind of look primatey, yeah. I love Bell Kirby. Bell Kirby's adorable.
Primative.
What would the adjective version? Oh yeah, we realized around this time that there is a very slight delay between the 3DS and the TV when we're playing, which is part of why I keep missing that by that much.
By the same amount every time?
Yeah. So I gotta start leading it a little bit. Dark Matter!
Oh yeah, that guy's cool. I like the golden keychain.
Big chunko boy. Burn and curb him.
That one's whatever. That one sucks.
Burn him and curb him.
Burn him and curb him?
Yeah. Oh,
burb him and curb.
Yeah, there we go. This is where it's like, oh, we actually need to have sunstones to get in here. Okay.
You have enough. Like, we got like all of them.
Oh, secret boss. It could be anyone. Even a boat. And then... Oh, I don't know. There's a part of me that, like, obviously, with it being, you know, world map style like this, it has to come off of somewhere. But I'm like, there's a part of me that's like, huh, why off of that stage? But it's also,
it's map.
Yeah,
just
like
map.
I guess you're not gonna not have cleared. Oh yeah, the music from Return to Dreamland. But yeah, no, like.
Not a fan of this song.
What's that?
Not a fan of this song. This song's
I kind of dig it.
No.
Of the main themes we've gotten from Kirby games since, like, I don't know, Kirby 64, I'd say it's one of the better ones.
I think we deserve better.
I mean, it could be worse. It could be bam, bam, ba-da, ba-da, ba-ba, ba-bam,
No,
which I
great.
hate.
That one's amazing. It's amazing in how bad it is.
Oh, man. It is maybe my least favorite one. It gets mildly better as it goes. Little bam, 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 bam,
Oh, yeah,
bam,
why don't
bam.
you just shoot? Okay.
I think I was just looking around to just like see, make sure that. Oh yeah, because in the Great Cave Offensive, there's a point where you get to the cloudy areas, and when there's little like colorful blotches in the clouds, it indicates that that's actually an invisible path.
Oh.
So I wanted to double check, make sure I'm not missing anything like that. Wing! Oh, I love Wing.
If there's one thing that drives me nuts, it's hidden paths in games that I don't already know front and back.
Like there's a part, there's a part of me that loves the exploration, but then there's also part of me that does occasionally just go like, just let me figure this out without like being, just guessing everything. Kirby games are usually pretty fair about it though. Kirby games rarely are like, well, you're just a dummy for not pressing into every single wall. Yeah, this is me trying out a number of the Wing stuff. Wing is more or less the same as it is in Return to Dreamland. I don't think the changes here are very significant. I think Ice was like the only one so far that was like, whoa, they just straight up did some different stuff here. All right. The little uppy-downy bit's still a little bit strange, but... All right, here we go. Oh yeah, little chopping trees. Forgot all about this. Chippity choppity. Time to droppity. Boom. I'm loving. I do really like the way they're doing the like front and back layer, like interacting with each other stuff. There's a lot of shades of that in Planet Robobot also. Like Robobot and this both have a lot of similarities in terms of like the 3D mechanics. It's pretty neat.
There's one thing that drives me nuts is 3D mechanics.
Some of them are good, some of them are less good.
Everyone who's ever worked on my car is paper thin. I don't know what it is about that profession,
but everybody
being a literal cardboard cutout. But
I try to shake their hand, and I get a paper cut.
Yeah, they slice right through me.
You know, hurts like a bitch, but I don't want to be unprofessional.
If something was literally only 2 dimensions, it would be like atom thin, right?
I mean, strictly speaking, they'd be less than atom thin.
Well, I guess.
Like you couldn't interact with. That's the thing. It's like you couldn't actually interact with something that's 2-dimensional because your perception can't really. Like it doesn't really work. I don't know. It's hard to It's hard to get into. There was a story that I used to really love as a kid called Flatland that gets into some of those like there's a lot more like philosophy and stuff that goes along with it, but the premise is I think he's a square. The main character is a square who is one day
a literal two-dimensional
square who lives in Flatland.
Yeah, this is the Carl Sagan thing, right?
I don't think it's Carl Sagan.
Oh, I remember him telling.
He probably
the story,
talked about it. Yeah.
But
yeah, the idea is he lives in a entirely two-dimensional world, and the idea
Carl Sagan
is
voice. I love his voice.
The number of
Kermit the Frog voice.
Billions and billions.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like everybody's two-dimensional, and you're kind of you're I guess not caste exactly, but like your like rank in society is determined by how many sides you have. So our main character is pretty low on the totem pole because he's a square. There's not a lot that is really lower than a square.
He's above triangles, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah. The idea being, too, that like triangles are considered like dangerous because they're so sharp.
Okay. This is a whole book, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's a whole book.
Okay.
I have it downstairs, I think. It might actually be up here.
Yeah. I think you told me about this before.
And then one day, our square is suddenly like encountered by a circle. And he's stunned by this because he's like trying really hard because the way they say hello is they kind of like bump up against each other, kind of thing. Like that's just how they greet. And so he does that, and he's like, "Oh, I can't really feel your sides here," and is like kind of like rotating around a little bit to try to like figure out like, "Oh wow, so many fine sides to this. I have no idea. This must be like a king or something."
Yeah.
And then it's revealed it's like, "Oh no, it's a circle," and he's like, "Whoa, okay, hang on." But then it is revealed further that it's not a circle; it's a sphere. That is
but
peering
he can only
into
witness one plane of the sphere. So it's also that being could appear to grow and shrink in size.
Yes, he moves up
as
and
it goes
down.
up.
And the circle gets larger and smaller, and it's blowing the square's mind. Is like, I don't even know how to conceive of this. From there, I think it takes on kind of a Gulliver's Travels sort of thing. He meets a cube, which is like a whole experience because a cube could look like so many different things depending on the angle.
Yeah,
it at first looks like a square, but then realizes it actually, wait, no, it looks kind of like a hexagon.
Yeah.
Wait, no, hang on, the sides are moving. How does that... at one point, he goes into like an actual three-dimensional world and is barely able to like comprehend what's happening around him.
Yes, what does that mean for us as beings in three-dimensional space trying to perceive a four-dimensional world or being? Like that would it wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah,
it would like
we
break
would have
all of your perception, all the rules of perception.
Well, there's a lot of theories that like the idea of a lot of the Lovecraftian horror essentially is. Like that's kind of part of. Oh yeah, I'm trying out spin. Part of how that works is that it's not just that they are so inconceivable as part of the reason they're so inconceivable is that they literally are of a higher plane than us. So we're just seeing a fragment of their existence.
Yeah, some form that they're choosing to show us.
Yeah,
like the sphere showing one segment of it. Basically.
Right. If you've ever seen. They do like animated GIFs because it's like the only way to make it make sense at all. But like a hypercube, a tesseract, like the skeleton of one moving in three-dimensional, like rotating through itself like a sleeve.
Yeah.
Like the accurate description of that is that it's a three-dimensional like quote unquote shadow of a tesseract because we can't actually conceive of what that is. It's just. Like,
which is weird. Like I feel like I should be able to understand it, but
it's like we just don't even have a concept of a fourth dimension. We're not even all that good with three, ultimately.
Yeah.
Like, we get depth, and the only reason we even figured out depth is because we got two eyes. We'd be awful at three. Like, we're passable at it. We'd be horrendous at it if we didn't have two eyes side by side.
I mean, like, try to draw a three-dimensional object. It's like, it's not... There's rules you have to, like, learn and techniques to, like, make it look correct.
Well, now that we've gone through this little philosophical journey, this is the end of where we kill the episode.
We're just getting into
Come back next time. We'll fight this mystery thing that could be anything even about.
Don't know what it is.
Bye.